This Congressional Committee on Global Warming had been planning to talk about the science of climate change. Instead, the recently hacked emails between climate scientists dominated the discussion. Republican Congressman James Sensenbrenner, who has acknowledged the Earth is warming but says the danger is overstated, voted against the creation of this very Committee on Energy and Climate Change. He says the emails in question poke a hole in conclusion that the question of human influence on climate change is settled.
These emails show a pattern of suppression, manipulation, and secrecy that was inspired by ideology, condescension, and profit. They read more like scientific fascism than scientific process.
The head of the committee, Democrat Ed Markey, has written legislation designed to reduce global warming gases.
They sit over here using a couple of emails as a reason why we should stop all efforts to deal with this catastrophic threat to our planet.
At the center of the emails, Professor Phil Jones of the University of East Anglia, who led the university's respected climate research unit. Jones has stepped down from his post while the university investigates. In one email, he writes about a trick and later mentions hide the decline, but it isn't spelled out. The president's top science advisor is John Holdren.
I haven't read all the emails either. It's not clear at this point what some of them mean. I would point out, for example, that the term trick is often used in science to describe a clever way to get around a difficulty that is perfectly legitimate.
Holdren says scientists will be examining the emails and their meaning, but he also said that human activity is beyond any reasonable doubt the primary cause of warming temperatures. As the emails come under scrutiny, so is Penn State's Michael Mann, a recipient of some of the emails. Penn State says it's begun an inquiry. Mann tells CNN he welcomes it, and he questions the timing of the email hacking ahead of the climate change conference in Copenhagen.
We have what appears to be an intentional smear campaign to distract the public.
Republican Senator James Inhofe, who has called the science behind climate change a hoax, says he wants an investigation.
My reaction was somewhat vindication because I gave a speech on the Senate floor 4 years ago, and in a related conversations where scientists had come to me in saying that this is not objective science, they won't allow dissenting views and all these things that are in these memos now.
But the Union of Concerned Scientists says Inhofe and some other lawmakers are just advancing conspiracy theories that won't change the scientific consensus.
Ice sheets are melting. The seas are rising. These are facts on the ground that Americans see. They know that global warming is happening, and a few private communications are not going to change that.